Well, the last time our next guest was here, we might have overwhelmed you just a little bit by talking about the 60-day sex challenge. You're thinking, no, whoa, one day at a time, right? Well, Elisa DiLorenzo is back here again this morning. We're going to talk about sex in your relationship and kind of around Valentine's Day. It's great to see you again.
Good to see you
Sorry
again.
Tony couldn't make it here today. I know you guys are so busy now, though. Speaking and you know, you've written all these books now on this topic that a lot of folks are really uncomfortable talking about.
Yes.
Which is sex in their relationship. Why are we so uncomfortable? I would think everybody would want to figure out how can it be better, how can it be more exciting.
Well, it's because a lot of couples struggle with how to even talk about it with each other. You know, we're raised where it's like, don't talk about sex, don't have these conversations, everything happens behind closed doors, and then you get married and it's supposed to be this crazy, wonderful sex life.
It's just bizarre to me that we would think that somehow magically that would happen. In this day and age, when we know behavior is learned. You got started talking on this topic. Your degree or your background was in psychology and business.
Correct.
You were at a seminar talking about relationships or something, and you realized, wow, folks aren't getting their questions answered on their intimate part of their relationship.
Exactly. Tony and I spoke about 6 years ago, just sharing our 60 Days of Sex Challenge and how that transformed our marriage. And afterwards, everybody was asking us, what's next? Where can we get more information? Where can we learn more? And that's when we started writing the first book, Stripped Down, 13 Keys to Unlocking Intimacy in Your Marriage. And that's when we launched the podcast as well, One Extraordinary Marriage Show, because it gave us a platform to be able to speak to people around the world about the day-to-day challenges that marriages face.
You almost have to schedule everything these days.
Absolutely.
Sadly, but true. Is it artificial to schedule the intimate part of your relationship to say, honey, you know, I'm gonna rock your world tonight at 10 o'clock? I mean, do you recommend getting that specific?
Not that specific,
okay.
Mark, because I think a lot of people, then it feels like one more thing on the to-do list.
That's what I was getting at. It's like, I know you're into making time for sex in your relationship, but if you schedule it down to the minute, and I use the word minute, you know, perhaps
unintended.
Freudian slip. Yeah, but if you schedule it too much, well, then it becomes a chore. Another chore. We don't want that to happen.
No. Here's the thing. Everybody, like I saw the cell phone in that earlier clip on travel, right? We have our cell phones with us everywhere. Anything that's a priority makes it onto your phone. You know, being here today, I had it scheduled on my phone.
Right.
If your spouse is the most important person in your life, they absolutely should have a place in that priority list. And so when we talk about making time for intimacy, it's looking at the week. And let's say you and your wife want to have sex twice a week. That's the number that you've come up with. There are 7 days in the week. You have 3 days in which you initiate sex, 3 days in which she initiates sex. You're having sex twice a week. You both are initiating, and it's on the calendar. But it's not down to the minute going, oh, okay, you know, it's 9:59.
I just had a bit of an epiphany, too, because, you know, my wife and I talk about, you know, including each other in different parts of our day. And when you talk about actually scheduling your partner, time for your partner, that sends a message. It's not just we're going to have sex tonight or Tuesday night or whatever it is. It means you're important.
Yes.
You are a priority in my relationship. And I'm not just on my phone all the time, you know, trying to figure out what my next business deal is. I might be looking going, hey, it's Tuesday. Whee!
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
so.
And you hit that on the head. And that's what Tony and I stress to couples all over, is that your spouse needs to feel important. They need to know that they are the most important part of your life. And you do that through scheduling them. And
it works both ways. That's the wonderful thing about it. Look, we just put 3 of the books up here on the screen. Connect. We also have the 7 Days of Sex Challenge, Stripped Down. Would love for folks to explore the topic. What's the fastest, easiest way to get some good information, even before Valentine's Day?
Fastest way is to go to oneextraordinarymarriage.com. We are chock full of information relating for everything to how to get started on the 7 Days of Sex Challenge, to how to just have that conversation, even talking about
Work your way up to the 60-day challenge.
Yes, start with 7, because most everybody, if I asked them, I said, could you do something for 7 days? They say yes. 60 days, like you know, we talked the first time. Overwhelms a lot.
Elisa, it's great to see you again. Thank you so much. And we'll send everybody to the website, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here again. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Mark. You too.
All right, take care.